Hi, I have a question for John Carlin. I loved you in the movie Daughters of Darkness. I mean, it's such a wonderful movie with Delphine Seyrig and the other two beautiful actresses. And I just thought the role was interesting, the character. And I just wonder how you got involved with that project, or if there's any particular memory that comes to mind with it.
The best memory of that was the hotel I stayed at in Belgium. It was the Hotel Victoria Gestapo headquarters in the Second World War, so you knew it was a real good hotel. And a friend of mine was one of the producers, and he got me per diem from about 8 or 9 different countries. So that was good, but the part of a man who was both gay and straight was pretty far, well ahead of its time at that time, you know, where he's, actually, what, 1970? And the director did not want me to know that I was gay. Because the character who I was having an affair with, he was about Jonathan's age, and I was 21, 22, we had a long phone conversation. And I had always referred to this person as mother during the show. Anyway, I wasn't supposed to know, but my friend told me that I was talking to a man instead of a woman. And actually, that's almost the best scene in the movie. So it didn't hurt the character at all to know that I was talking not to my mother, but to my guy. My guy. What was his name? I don't remember his name, but he always said, tell her, my wife, that mother gives him her. Well, did you see the movie? Yeah, well, you know now. Here it is. But boy, Belgium, great country. Wow, great food. Yum. Yum. Thank you all.
This is for Catherine Lee Scott and John Carlin. My favorite Willie and Maggie episode is when he dragged her off to the mausoleum to protect her from the experiment. And I was just wondering, if the two of you were cooped up for a month, could you stand each other?
Well, first of all, I have to say I absolutely loved working with Johnny. I always enjoyed working with John so much, but I don't know.
Are you talking on or off stage?
Off stage.
Hey, we always got along, really and truly, no kidding.
I loved working with Johnny, especially when we did House of Dark Shadows and that long stable scene. You know that scene with the two of us, and then Louis Edmonds comes in at the end of it. You know, that was one long take, and it's I don't think there are any close-ups in it. It was one long master shot, and Dan moved the camera, I think, on that one. I just loved doing that scene with you. Really enjoyed it, yeah.
It would be better to be hooked up with Roger Davis.
I think some of you...
Poor Roger, what do they got against Roger?
Some of you read the movie book. I mentioned it yesterday, but I wrote passages on the back of the call sheets, and then we published it in the Dark Shadows movie book, and I said some things about Roger in there that I think some of you have read, but he played my boyfriend.
You were, at one point, fattening yourself up for Roger when you were eating pancakes at home.
Oh.
Anyway, good to see all of you again.
Next question.
Yes, I bring you greetings from Lewiston, Maine. And since Collinsport, the fictional city, town where the Dark Shadows played, my question to you is, have any of you visited Maine?
In Maine?
Have any of you visited Maine in real life?
No, but you know, next week I'm going sailing up in Newport, and I'm not going to miss having dinner at the Black Pearl, which you know is the and I've had dinner there a couple of times when my husband and I have gone sailing with my nephew and his wife. And it's just a wonderful restaurant, and you know, they couldn't care less about Dark Shadows. There's one bartender that thinks it's a great idea. Anyway, it's a great restaurant.
Well, there's an open invitation for any of you to come to Maine.
Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
What is your question?
There were two houses used for the Hollywood estate, one in Rhode Island for the TV show and one in New York for the movie. Which one did you like best?
Dumb question.
Lyndhurst.
We never actually filmed at Seaview except for Alexandra Molka, Louis Edmonds, and David Hennessy. And yeah, Jonathan. We never, those were all location shots that we did there, but when we filmed at Lyndhurst, we were really all working there. So I don't think most of you know, I never worked at Seaview. No.
Thank you very much.
Hi, in watching the love scenes, three ladies, like when Krista Knock or Roger Davis or David Selby would kiss you, it seems like they went out of their way to mess up your hair. Did they? Usually it's hands off the hair, but boy, they just...
It didn't bother us, but it made the hairdresser crazy because the hair stayed at the studio. Those giant hair pieces, you know, she had to redo them every night.
I wore 3 hair pieces, I think, as Lady Kitty.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, we just piled them on, ringlets and so on.
As previously mentioned, the show was notorious for having prop problems and line problems. Do any of you have a particular recollection about a prop that went bad or a line that went bad and just totally threw you off?
That went bad?
Just a line or a prop?
A line?
You know, a spoken line. If somebody misspoke a line.
Dialogue all the time.
Dialogue, yeah. Do you have any particular recollection of a particular one that stuck in your mind?
One time I hit Willie with a breakaway bottle, and it didn't break. It was a big cut. You know, that kind of thing.
All right, thank you.
If you guys had the chance to go back, would you go back and play the same exact characters, or would you kind of go for maybe something else, like maybe Willie for Barnabas, Maggie for Eve?
If you had to do it all over again, would you want to play your same part on the show, or would you like to play a different part?
Okay. Well, I always wanted to be Josette. You know?
I would like to have taken a crack at playing Pansy Faye. Sort of a music hall and Cockney, and I would have loved it.
Yes, I think I had the best part already.
I loved all my parts, so I don't want to play anybody else except maybe Crazy Willie.
Maggie Evans.
Hi, I was wondering if you guys could give us an idea of what it was like to work with Grayson Hall.
Working with Grayson. Well, same thing. I had to boss her around a lot. And she actually didn't want me to get the role. She had someone in mind. And since Sam, her husband, was one of the writers, she thought she had a really good connection. So when I showed up on the show, she was kind of cold. But as the years went by, we became friendly, and finally the last year, she and I tried very, very hard to get our 2 pugs. My pug was named Rosie, and her pug was named Thing. And we tried to get them to get married and have children. But it didn't work out. Rosie just kind of sat on her bottom and refused to cooperate. But I must say that Grayson she gave us a lot of pointers because she was a lady of the theater, and she had a lot of experience in film, which most of us had not had, and some of us had, but most of us had. And I could just remember sitting and listening to her stories of the New York stage and just being entranced that she had that she was nominated for the Academy Award, and she had these wonderful roles, and she talked to us about film acting, especially before the movies. I remember one of the things she said was, just don't move very much because you're about 30 feet tall, so keep it down, And she was feisty and sarcastic and spoke her mind and never lowered her chin.
I have one really funny story. I don't think I've ever told this one before, but Sam and Grace Hall had birds in a cage. They were finch, and they were called Lord and Lady Finch. And they went away for a long weekend, whatever it was. And they wanted somebody to look after these birds. And I don't know why I volunteered, but I did. And I ended up taking this cage home. And of course, one of the birds died, and I didn't know what to do. And I felt so awful, and I called Bob Costello, who's the producer on the show, and I was in tears because they were going to come back, and I had one bird.
I thought maybe someone else. Mr. Frid, perhaps.
Too slow to be that.
What valuable, very kind of jokes did Johnny play?
Yeah.
But rude things in drawers so that when you open them up, you went.
How much input did the actors have in the writing of the script, or maybe the writing of the way the story was, the direction the story was going in? And did you have any input in the way the scenes were directed or played out?
Just once, and Laura will remember this, when Laura came on the show, we spoke French to each other in the first couple of episodes, and it's the one time that I felt I did have some influence, because I said something to Sam Hall that it would be really fun if, if we could speak French, and it wasn't fun. It was not fun. I ended up going to Alliance Française, trying to learn really quick. It was a bit of a disaster, but anyway.
All right, thank you.